when it starts recording.
Hang on a second. Let me.
All right, we're going.
We're going.
Yeah.
Do you just want me to? You can't do that to me, dude. Are you gonna edit it?
I can edit.
Do you just want the words where it says "Hard Ticket to Hawaii"?
No, I just want this awesome theme song.
The whole thing?
I don't know.
Maybe just till the chorus.
Okay, here it is. Wait, hold on. I dropped my phone. Damn it.
Man,
Here we go.
I stuck my hand out. I love it.
Here we go. Here we go. Not paradise all the time. That is right.
Say, it's like blowing up this
All right.
It's going to be...
That
All right.
If that doesn't tell you how good this movie was, that one banger right there, I don't know what would.
It was who's got the music information on that? Who wrote the? Do we know that?
Oh, give me 1 second. I got it.
You do?
Okay.
I had it saved. I gotta just go there.
I don't know. It's like after that whole intro music, and I was like, it's stuck in my head. The whole freaking movie,
Kevin
and I
Kline
was not
made Hard
disappointed.
Ticket. What a freaking
Who?
Kevin Klinger is how you say his name.
Heck yes, he is the master behind this crown jewel of music to this spectacular movie that we watched on Friday night called Hard Ticket to Hawaii. And what's the guy's name? Andy Sedaris, is that the guy's name? Yes, Andy Sedaris. Wrote and directed by. So Arlene's. You know it was good when they write and direct their own movies. And it stars Ron Moss as Rowdy Abilene. Then you have Donna Spear and Hope Marie Carlton, and they play Donna Hamilton and Taryn Kendall, and they are federal agents in Hawaii.
Whoa, Taryn's not a federal agent. She hasn't passed the test yet.
Okay. Well, they're federal. She's a federal. Donna Hamilton is a federal agent, and they come across an evil drug dealer, and some cops get killed. They fall into a trap, and they get killed by this drug dealer's henchman. And there is a snake that runs loose on the island and kills people because the snake has been infected with toxins from cancer-infested rats.
This movie wasn't just an action movie. It was a horror movie.
I don't know what cancer-infested rats has to do with infecting a snake and making it giant and evil and just a killing machine.
They never figured out the snake. Oh, wait, yeah, they did. Never mind. They did. I forgot. We'll get to that.
Yeah. I feel like the writer. I feel like the writer just put like a lot of bad things together and just like put it in one. Like, oh, cancer's bad. Snakes are bad. Rats can be bad. It's like let's just put it all together.
But don't. So Donna and Taryn, they come across these. What was it? It was like a fight, and they were really upset about it. Oh, the guys, the henchmen were coming after him because they got the diamonds from the drug dealer. This guy was a drug dealer, and I never saw him deal drugs. He only had diamonds, which didn't make sense to me. But they had the diamonds. So after they came across this fight, it was so tough. They decided to wind down, topless, of course, in the hot tub and discuss what had happened.
Yeah,
they
so
were
many
only in the
double
hot
mouth
tub.
movies.
They were only in the hot tub for like a minute, because then they opened up the diamonds. Like, all right, we gotta go.
Yeah, it's like opening diamonds in a hot tub. It's like, why would you do that? Like, you could easily like accidentally drop them. Like, that's something I would do. Just drop a diamond. Like, there's no way I would like have something like so valuable in like water.
Not even just
At least I'll
diamonds,
try not to.
evidence. And they're federal agents.
Yes.
No, she's a federal. Let me read this to you because this movie came out. So Hard Ticket to Hawaii. That's what we're talking about. It was released in March of. That's right. So the release date was just last week, March of '87. So 1987. So the premise of the movie is, and I go to IMDb for this. In Hawaii, an undercover DEA agent, which is Donna Hamilton, and her civilian friend, which is Taryn, stumble upon a drug trafficking operation and have to enlist the help of all of their colleagues / friends to go after the vicious drug kingpin. So that's where they get Rowdy Abilene from. So, and Hope Diamond and Wolf Larson or J.J. Jackson. Ron Moss is Rowdy Abilene. Yeah, they get Jade to help, and Edie is, of course, is helping, and so is J.J. Jackson. No, J.J. Jackson is not that guy. Who's that guy? The muscle guy.
Oh, Muscles B.
And the evil drug dealer, his name is Seth, because you don't want to upset Seth, and you don't want to go back empty-handed to Seth. That's what we're told in the movie.
But yeah, they did upset Seth, and they went empty-handed to Seth.
But they did go after them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just keep on thinking like I don't think the muscle guy, the karate guy, I don't think he ever had a shirt on the whole movie.
He had a shirt
at one point. I think you saw his tits more than you saw any other tits.
And don't forget, you had the two that went after the girls looking for the diamonds. They wore pantyhose over their heads and like food service gloves.
Yeah,
like the lunch lady would wear.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had plastic food service gloves on and pantyhose over their head, and they attacked the girls because they were looking for the diamonds.
You think they'd have enough? They think they'd be able to scrounge up enough like money for like leather gloves or something, like something more professional, and not use like those cheap plastic vinyl.
You know what they did? It was probably the set director was going through the catering, saw that the caterers had gloves on. You know, hey, borrow those.
Let's go through the dialogue. There's random. I wrote down some random dialogue because this is Oscar-winning screenplay performance. First, you have Rowdy Abilene. This girl tries to get him into the ocean. They were swimming on the back of the boat, and she's like, "You should get in. The water's fine," but not Rowdy Abilene because he says, "I've got better things to do with my body temperature."
That's like the opening scene too.
Yes, that's the opening scene. Like 2 minutes later, she's topless.
Yeah.
Then you have the guy in the restaurant who happened to be the writer and director, right? Did we figure that out? That was Andy Sedaris?
Yes, yeah.
This girl tells him, "You practically raped me last night," and he says, "That was last night, Charlotte. This is today."
Like if that was in a movie, if that was in a movie like nowadays, you get canceled so quick. There's no way that would pass.
You can't forget "Life's a bitch" and then you die. And then my favorite line was, "One man's dream is another man's lunch. You son of a bitch."
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that one.
That's when they could hear him having sex in the other room.
Oh gosh.
And
it was the most. Oh my god, that sex scene, dude. His freaking like eccentric like. Moaning. There, I forget what it sounded like, but it was like a whale. I would think.
And she wasn't even doing anything. She was just.
She wasn't doing anything to him, yeah.
Yeah, it just looked like her head was like up towards his chest. And like I guess it almost looked like a handy, but I mean, really? Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, with the handy.
You think he's getting stabbed or getting anal probed or something without any lube?
Yes,
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be my new ringtone or something.
What? Hard Ticket? The song for Hard Ticket to Hawaii?
No,
I mean,
no,
it was
no,
cool.
no.
Oh,
The
guy having
voting.
Can we talk about the goofballs that were the villains, like the fat guy, and then like his skateboarding.
The skateboard guy. There was not enough
Yes.
skateboarding. That guy. Yes, that's the ones that said, "I don't want to go back to Seth empty-handed," and the dopey fat guy goes, "Yeah."
Can we talk about how their voices never matched, like the voiceover?
Oh yeah, they couldn't like sync it up very well.
And then the skateboard guy got blown away by a bazooka.
Yes, a bazooka.
Yeah, and it did nothing.
Got shot by a bazooka. There was nothing left of that guy, and then all we see is his skateboard rolling down the road by itself.
Yeah, the special effects they probably made that movie. It was extremely cheap, but it was like the good cheap. Like it wasn't like.
It wasn't.
It's hard to.
I didn't hate the movie. Like I didn't like that was a waste of time.
No,
it wasn't like holiday special waste of time. It was actually an entertaining movie. That 90 minutes went by really, really fast.
No, the movie was enjoyable. Like they didn't take themselves seriously, which I liked. Like they knew this was a silly movie, so let's have some fun.
And it is a typical 80s action, nudie girl film.
Every line had the potential to be that one-liner to just make that movie.
And then you had the other henchman his name was Shades. And Shades and his sidekick, they killed a couple of Molokai cops at the beginning of the movie. So they were on the federal agents shit list basically because they had murdered those cops. So
in the most fantastic way possible. Fantastic way possible. With the slug shotgun, like through the chest.
Yeah.
While they were strung up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fed them through a grinder, them and their boat, and fed them to the shark.
Oh no, that's well, I wrote the line down. Hold on, it's something like that. I wrote was run those guys in their boat through the shredder, feed them to the fish, and that was Shades. Shades wore some mirrored Ray-Ban sunglasses, and he always had a radio headset on, and a machine gun.
Yeah, he always carried a machine gun.
He always had to look away, like at an angle, so you couldn't see the cameraman.
he looked up a lot. So Shades.
It's like he was saying, "What's up, bro?" every time. Like, "What's up, bro?" With his
dude. So, of course, the most classic scene. This is actually it is a cult film. It really is. It's got a following, believe it or not. And one of the most famous scenes is, of course, the frisbee scene, right?
Frisbee, yes.
Thrower.
Yes. So let's break this down. So Rowdy Abilene surfs in to that part of the beach where they're at, and he's undercover, and he comes off as just a thrower. I guess you're a thrower if you throw, and he comes against this girl named Colleen. He's like, "Can I run with you?" And then she's like, so they run down the beach together, and they come up. Colleen knows Shades apparently, and he's like, "Hey, Colleen, who's that turkey with you?" That's what exactly with the line. He's like, and what does he say? Please, somebody quote Colleen. What does Colleen say?
Oh, he's just a thrower.
He's just a thrower. Oh, you think you can throw, huh? So let's see what you got. So Rowdy Abilene.
Do you throw? Does he say?
Does he throw? Yeah, they start throwing the frisbee back and forth. Like this is like. Like they're like, see if you can catch this one. And they're throwing it like super hard at each other.
Like 2 feet apart from each other.
Yeah. And then like the guy like Shades, he like throws it between his legs, like he hands it off between his legs and then throws it back like he's super cool about it. Like man, I bet you can't do this. It's like dribbling a basketball between your legs. It's like it's nothing special, but he makes it seem like it.
But first, let's not forget he does put down his machine gun so he can throw in his radio. He puts it down on the ground so he can throw. But so then poor old Rowdy Aberline, he's like, he tells Colleen she needs to leave, and he's got a gun. He's like, get out of here. But
it was a freaking Luger from World War II.
But
it was probably like a 22, wasn't it? Something like that. Something really tiny.
But as she's running away, he stops her and says, "Hey, Colleen, got a great ass." And Colleen turns around and says, "So do you, Pilgrim." So then, because he's
nothing turns me on better than someone called Pilgrim.
He's got a whole bag of frisbees, right? He pulls out this frisbee, and it's got like razor blades on it. Like he designed this frisbee with the intent of throwing it one day. And I think he was like so excited that he finally got to throw the razor blade laden frisbee at Shades.
And he goes, James Bond.
He says, "This is for the Molokai cop," and he zings the frisbee at poor Shades, and poor Shades gets his fingers cut off, and the thing goes right into his neck and kills him. So we lose that guy. He was my favorite bad guy. Shades was my favorite bad guy. Hero. Flowing blonde hair. You just can't beat it. So, then he gets to use his rocket launcher a lot. He loves his rocket launcher. His bazooka.
Can't hit anything with a gun, but the rocket launcher he can.
Yes. And
he says like he's best at hitting moving targets with the rocket launcher or something like that.
You obviously see when he's trying to hit something with a pistol and hits like everything around the guy. But as soon as he whips out the rocket launcher, it's like a one hit, like pop.
But he blew the guy up with the rocket launcher. Then they blow up a helicopter with the rocket launcher.
Don't forget about the snake.
That's the thing. So he blows up a whole person. He blows up a helicopter. Then when he uses the rocket launcher on the snake, all it does is shoot his head off.
Like this tiniest little explosion, like you put an M80 in its head.
And don't forget, during that very same gunfight, we learned a valuable lesson, everybody. We learned a valuable lesson about gunfights, is that a wicker couch will stop bullets.
Oh, yeah. That was unbelievable. And they're like hiding behind like just tiny like palm trees too. And somehow it was hitting the palm tree completely, and it was not like grazing them or anything.
It's like like a Bugs Bunny cartoon, where they hide behind the smallest
tree.
Yeah,
it's better than nothing,
but
can we talk about the snake some more? The snake is absolutely like I wish they could have done used a real snake, but I mean I guess they needed to manipulate it and like move it around, and it was I guess you can't really do that.
Well, the stick at the end,
it was fast too.
Go ahead with the what?
Oh, I was just saying it was really massive. Like it was a big snake. What kind of snake was it? Like a constrictor, a boa, or something?
A boa constrictor. It was supposed to be delivered to some lab, and the guys at the warehouse where it was delivered to knocked off the dangerous animal sign, and it got delivered to. It was supposed to get. It was getting delivered to the zoo. So,
2 snakes. One was a boa constrictor. The other one was this, atrocious middle finger to God.
Well, that's because it was infected by, cancer-ridden rats. That's the only reason. Because the snake wouldn't. Did the snake eat the rats, or did the rats bite the snake? How did it become cancer-ridden? Or infected? I mean,
all of the above. All of the above.
They were biting as they were
I mean, in like the bodies, I guess the dead bodies that you don't really get to see much of it, but it was kind of like almost looked like the bodies that the snake killed, or like the people that the snake killed. They were just those bodies were like really like messed up and fucked up.
Looks like they was trying to chew on.
It looked like they like melted by acid.
Oh, you mean the couple that was out for the?
Yeah.
Oh, the random couple that they flew there instead of just driving over the hill. I swear. We talk about how this movie was probably, funded by the Hawaii tourism board.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Jurassic Park. Do you think Steven Spielberg stole some shots from Hard Ticket to Hawaii and put it in his Jurassic Park movies?
Yes. The waterfall they landed in was probably down.
You could just hear the music when they were flying in the plane with the mannequin in the back seat. You could just hear da 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 da. You really could.
Oh yeah, the mannequin.
Because these federal agents could do everything. I mean, they were sexy. They wore sexy clothes all the time. Their ass cheeks were hanging out of every outfit they had on, and their boobs were. They never had bras on. Yeah. But they could fly planes, and they could use weaponry. I mean, it was pretty. I'm pretty impressed.
Throw ninja stars and nunchucks or something. That just fucking chuck nunchucks at somebody's head.
I forgot the rank.
Yeah, that's right. She carried nunchucks all over everywhere she went, didn't she?
Yeah, and throwing stars.
And she pulls out a freaking gun like Joe Piscopo does in Johnny Ain't Dangerously. And that's what it reminded me of. It's like 88 Magnum. It shoots through schools. She pulled out that great big...
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
At the end, yeah.
She's got a freaking 500 Magnum in her ball. Can we talk about her shot with the... little Derringer from at 200 yards.
Nailed the guy in the face. That looked like a gun like John Wilkes Booth used on Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, for those of you who don't know what a Derringer is, it's a gun that you hide in your pocket for someone that's a foot in front of you.
It's like a 2-shot gun, right?
Yeah, and at 3 feet, you're not going to hit a target. Can we talk about how we found out this is an actual series?
This is an actual series. I guess it was Malibu Express is the first one. I had heard of Malibu Express, but I never knew it was tied in. We might have to go back and watch that one. But there is a whole series of these movies that we are going to have to we're going to have to check more out because I couldn't get enough of this movie to begin with anyway.
I think, and then all the movies that Andy Sedaris made, from Malibu Express, and then I think the next one was Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Yes, and then it was
he made but he made 5 other ones past that, 5 or 6 ones, and they're all related. They all had the same characters, and they all have
which is genius. I mean,
yeah.
The last one, I forget what it's called.
Picasso Trigger is the sequel to this one. Then you have Savage Beach.
There's some fantastic names. There's some genius names.
Gold. Fit to Kill. This has got to be one, right? In the follow-up to Hard Hunted, is this please? Yes, it is. Holy dude, we've got to watch these movies. I mean, there's so much. Hard Hunted, yeah, it's so. Let's see here. Malibu Express was the first one, then Picasso Trigger, Savage Beach, Guns, Do or Die, Hard Hunted, Fit to Kill, Enemy Gold, The Dallas Connection, Day of the Warrior, Lethal Ladies, Return to Savage Beach. Lethal is an acronym, obviously, because I don't know what it stands for. Legion. Oh my God, this guys are gonna love this. So Lethal stands for.
Wait now. Gotta stop laughing.
I don't even know what it means.
Spit it out.
Legion. Hold on. Here we go. Legion to ensure total harmony and law. Lethal Ladies, Return to Savage Beach. So, oh wow, I did not know Miami Connection was one of them. I've seen Miami Connection on. Is this an Andy Sedaris movie too? Please, 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 please tell me that it is. It doesn't say. No, it is not. So that's Miami Connection is not connected. So, but there's good 7 or 8 movies we've got to. We need to do a double feature at one point and just talk about a couple of these movies because they all have these. It has all these people in it. Picasso Trigger has Donna Spear. Oh, and it has Taryn. You know, they're back. Jade is back. But we don't have Rowdy Abilene in this one. We have
his brother coming back.
Yes. Travis Abilene is in this movie. So I was reading up on this and it's pretty amazing. It was the movie itself, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I was looking it up on. It does have a huge cult following due to its over-the-top violence, cheesy dialogue, unintentional humor, and overall absurdity. In 2014, Paste magazine named the film the best B movie of all time.
That's
So, no. Yes. What is the best? It's just this. It's up there. And, you know, I think about this because I thought about this like, okay, so here in Indiana and Kokomo where we live, they made a really, really bad cheesy movie in the 80s as well called Terror Squad. Except we got Chuck Connors. So, I mean, we got the Rifleman. So, but.
Yeah, Patton. Come on now.
As he wasn't Patton, that was George C. Scott.
You're right. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me.
I wish we'd have had George C. Scott. That would have been freaking awesome. But, I remember when the movie was made, and I would go, like, they shot it in downtown Kokomo a lot, and I would go down there as a teenager and watch them film. And you could just, you could tell. At all? No, I wasn't an extra. In fact, I got in trouble because I missed church, Wednesday night church, because I was watching them film, and I got home late. So I wasn't allowed to go down there for a couple of weeks, so I missed quite a bit. But while they were making this, you could just tell it was going to be cheesy when they were filming it. And I remember seeing a couple scenes being filmed, and all I'm thinking is somebody put a lot of money into this. I mean, there's hotels for a couple months. I mean, they were in town for like 2 months making the movie. So you have to pay hotel, food, transportation. Then you got the special effects. You got the camera rental. You've got all this stuff. You know, that takes a lot of money. So, and as I'm trying to make a documentary myself, and I don't have the money right now. I'm kind of stuck. So I can't make, I'm kind of stuck at my creation until I can raise more funds. But that takes a lot of money to make a movie. And somebody spent a lot of money, especially going to Hawaii, renting helicopters and airplanes and having military-style weaponry. I mean, I guess it could have went down to the store. They had those stores back then, you know, the surplus stores.
Yeah, don't forget, you know, putting a nuclear power plant right outside of Kokomo.
There was, yes, Blackwater nuclear result. So
we're going to watch that at some point and review it.
Yes, well, we have a plan behind that. We want to talk to a co-star or a person who co-starred in it because he's from Indianapolis and he's pretty he's kind of, I wouldn't say he's famous. I mean, he's been in a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows. So
He's one of those people that he's in everything until you don't know him until you realize who he is. It's like, crap, he's in everything.
This is what I've gotten out of this movie. Oh, that's right. But you can't forget the line where they says that doesn't mean you can't be buff, and then they high five afterwards.
That happened.
That did happen. And then they wanted to know where the snake came from, and the girl says, "Would you believe the bathroom?" And what was his line? It was Rowdy Abilene, wasn't it, that said that? He said, "You actually felt safe to pee," or something like that. It was really bizarre.
I think it might have been one of those lines that was so stupid I forgot about it. Crap! We gotta rewatch the movie now.
Oh, so where did the snake come from? Would you believe Would you believe the toilet? That's what she says. Would you believe the toilet? He says, "So you decided it was safe to take a pee?" What does that even mean? And the snake didn't just come out of the toilet. It exploded the toilet as it came out.
Like, the toilet was eviscerated.
This has to be, so far, this is one of my favorite. It's up there with The Room as far as horrible movies I will watch over and over again. It is that good. I mean, I love me some Tommy Wiseau, but this has got action and
boobs.
And boobs. And then they go after Mr. Chang. So Mr. Chang, well, he was the drug kingpin, right? And he's like, "It's over in a pig's ass." When Rowdy Abilene went to go kill him, and he killed him in his office.
Why was he named Mr. Chang when he was like Russian?
He was like British or Russian or something, right?
Yeah, he was like British and Russian, but he was Mr. Chang. And then his henchman was Muscles McGee. Jeez.
He flexed his muscles and punched his fist into his other hand.
Mikey, what'd you say the director told him to do? Just sit in back.
Just stand in the back and look tough. Yeah, that's all he did. And then when it came time to like actual fight and maybe protect his boss, he got fucking whooped. Like, he didn't do shit.
Well, when they got to Hawaii, Rowdy Abilene and those people to help Donna and Taryn, they were there because they're going to take names and kick ass, and that is exactly what they did in this film. So if you have not seen Hard Ticket to Hawaii, I highly recommend it. It's a bucket list movie. I mean, it's up there with. I mean, if you're gonna watch Star Wars and all those and The Godfather, now you put those down. This is. I mean, Schwarzenegger had his '80s explosion movies. So did Sylvester Stallone. But you know what? Mr. Andy Sedaris does not get enough love for giving us Hard Ticket to Hawaii, because this movie has everything. It's got martial arts. It's got sex and boobies. It's got gunfights. It's got explosions. And it's got a killer snake. I mean, that's like 3 movies wrapped. That's like Snakes on a Plane mixed with Commando, mixed with sex and boobies. I mean, it's got everything.
Can we talk about how this movie also reminds me of The Room? How it's like, hey, they were making a porn, but they got caught, so they just decided to make a movie out of it.
That's not that I've ever watched a porn movie before in my whole life, ever. But it seemed like a porn movie with all the good stuff cut out.
That's in the special director's cut.
Well, that's the director's cut.
Yeah.
You did forget the list that it has a great soundtrack. I know we talked about it a little bit at the start of this podcast, but that song is absolutely unbelievable. Classic 80s song.
The entire soundtrack was classic 80s.
Yeah, like, I mean, more movies need to have that kind of like music in it. Like, I don't even know what you'd call it. Like
synth.
So yeah, it's got some synth. Yeah.
It's got a lot of synth in it.
Very good though.
Well, who's?
It's
oh,
free
you
on
said the
YouTube.
soundtrack. It's you got to find it. You got to search for it, but it is free on YouTube. Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Let's see if we can. Let's get some more information about it.
I guess while you look that up, what was your guys' favorite part about the movie? If you could put it down to one, if you could limit down to one thing about the movie, what was your favorite?
It's got to be the thrower.
That scene, that whole scene.
That whole scene with the. Because this is how I stumbled upon it. I can't. You know how they put those cheesy videos on Facebook, for movies, and that was the video I saw. Was like this. This is for the Molokai Cop, and he throws this razor blade frisbee, and I was like, "What movie is this?" And I found it, and I'm like, "This is spectacular. This is so good." So that sums up the whole movie. And did you not find a thrower T-shirt online, Mike?
Yeah. There's a T-shirt that says "Do you throw?" and it has shades on it with the frisbee. I think. It simply just says "Do you throw?" Like if I would see that in public, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, I throw!" Like I mean, like the rarity of like people walking around with that shirt on, and then other people noticing like what movie that's from. It's like 1,000,000 to 1. But great shirt.
I had to agree that my favorite part also would have to be the beach scene.
Gosh.
Do you throw? Yeah, I'm definitely getting this. I mean, okay, so I looked up this Kevin Klinger guy, this soundtrack. This guy works like he's done stuff for Curb Your Enthusiasm. He did all the Andy Sedaris movies. He's done, oh my God, Checkered Flag, which was a horrible TV show about race cars. He's done a lot of B movie soundtracks, like tons of B movie soundtracks. But
Curb Your Enthusiasm's B.
Huh?
And you say Curb Your Enthusiasm as a B movie?
No. He's just done a lot of B movies in the 80s and 90s. But he did music for Curb Your Enthusiasm as well. That's what I'm saying. I'm not calling that a B movie. But so I mean the guy's got some work done, And Gary Stockdale, he wrote holy crap, this guy's got some good stuff. He wrote Hard Ticket, the song. And he sung it. Gary Stockdale wrote Hard Ticket along with Bob Moore and sang it. And he's done work on, this is amazing. He did work on, he was at the Kennedy Center Honors. He did some for he's done SpongeBob, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
He's done what? He's done a lot of stuff on the Kennedy Center Honors. He's done, of course, that. He's done some Star Trek stuff, Silicon Valley, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Cop Rock. Like I said, he's done some other stuff too. Like I said, he did some Star Trek stuff too. Star Trek Beyond and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So they've, I mean, that's pretty good stuff. So I guess he's probably maybe one of those struggling guys, back then. And that's how he got his start, in doing music for movies, scoring movies. And the one thing I did notice, so, okay, I was wondering about this. So remember in the credits, they said thanks to Glenn Larson, right? Glenn Larson was like 80s TV god as far as putting out TV shows. He did like the A-Team, Magnum PI, stuff like that. Those were his. So I'm wondering if he kind of helped with, especially being in Hawaii. I'm sure they could get some Magnum PI stuff because the show was still on, I believe, in that time frame. Maybe it just got over. But he did, like, I think he did Knight Rider too. But the yacht.
B movie. In all these B movies, there's always somebody that's like big, and they're probably the ones to put some money into it.
I'd like to know what he did that he oh, like this guy did everything, dude. I mean, he did he's doing Magnum PI now. Hawaii 5-0, Knight Rider. He created Battlestar Galactica.
He created Battlestar Galactica?
Yes.
Oh my! I need to rewatch that show.
Yeah, he did. Oh God, he did.
If you want to talk about camera work,
he did Battlestar Galactica. He did Manimal. He did Quincy, Simon and Simon, BJ and the Bear. All these Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. All these were big shows in the 80s. Automan, Cover Up, Knight Rider, Fall Guy, The Highway, Magnum PI. I mean, he did a lot of stuff. So he had a tie-in with this movie one way or the other. And I really don't know how. But yeah, he was the creator of Battlestar Galactica. So there you go. That's Glenn Larson. So let's see if we can find some more tidbits about. He owned the yacht that the bad guy was. That was Glenn Larson's boat. That's why I say he had to have a tie-in somewhere.
It's a good boat.
Seth, hold on. I just came across this line. How did we miss this line, guys? Seth Romero says, if brains were bird shit, you'd have a clean cage.
When did he say that?
I don't know. That's what I said.
Was it when he was chewing out his henchmen for not getting the diamonds?
Probably.
And why would you pay diamonds like that? Why wouldn't you pay just cash? Sorry, I know we kind of
because diamonds are forever.
They did say the movie almost got an X rating because the guy that blew up with the rocket launcher, the exploded doll the MPA thought the exploded doll looked too real. Now we saw that scene. Is that what a guy looks like when he's blown up by a rocket launcher? Because it looked like a doll.
It was the mannequin that was in the helicopter.
Yeah, that's what we figured it was. But I guess Donna Spear, who played Donna Hamilton, that she was intoxicated for much of the shoot and subsequently embarrassed by her performance. Despite this, she was well liked by Andy Sedaris. Well, I wonder why. And his wife. So Andy Sedaris' wife is the producer, Arlene Sedaris. So she's the money behind it. They offered her the role in Picasso Trigger, which we have to watch yet. And she got sober because of it. So there you go. So there you go. Without Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Donna Spear may have never gotten sober. So
the movie did one thing good. It was someone to kick the habit. Someone to kick the Jew.
But this movie, like I said, it came out 34 years ago today. 34 years ago last week, I believe. It came out on like Tuesday or Wednesday, like March 3rd or 4th, I believe is what it was.
Have we posted that have we posted the trailer? Didn't we post the trailer on our Twitter?
No, I'm gonna post it.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say
I'll post it tonight, and then
we should post that frisbee throwing scene on the Twitter.
Yes. Spectacular, and I cannot wait to watch. I mean, I think for our next review of Andy Sedaris, if we're going to do Andy Sedaris movies, we need to watch Malibu Express and then go straight into Picasso Trigger.
Count Malibu Express as a prequel, then go into Picasso.
Yes. Oh, and it's got another Abilene too. Boy, there's a bunch of Abilene. This one has Cody Abilene. Yeah. So you have Cody Abilene, Rowdy Abilene, Travis Abilene. Is there another one in Savage Beach? I almost don't want to find out.
Here you are, like spoiling the next movies for us.
I'm just reading IMDb. They do have a lot of the same cast in everyone, though. But I cannot. So I cannot wait. But yeah, Rowdy Ron Moss, which Ron Moss was in soap operas, I guess. Ronald Montague Moss is his name. Yeah, he was in The Bold and the Beautiful in 1987. He has been married to Devin DeVasquez since September 25th, 2009. Oh, wow, that's pretty lucky dude. She was one of the Devin DeVasquez was in Can't Buy Me Love, starring McDreamy there, McMuffin, whatever his name was. Patrick Dempsey. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Mr. Chang, who sadly passed away in 1994. Yeah, you're right. His name is Mr. Chang. He was born in 1933 in Cheshire, England. So there you go. I don't know why he's named Mr. Chang, since he's British.
That's just an alias.
Maybe his dad was, Asian. I don't know. Maybe he was adopted.
Oh wait, didn't they say he was his dad was British or his mom was British, and then the other one was Chinese?
Oh, and then if we want, we can. Oh, dude, Shade shows up in all the other sequels to this movie. He's in Malibu Express as well.
I mean prequels? You said sequels.
I think.
I was confused.
Hang on. Oh, no, wait. He's only in. Is this his only movie? Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. His only movie was Hard Ticket to Hawaii. John Dunn only made one movie, which was Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Sadly. That guy could have been used as a henchman in every movie. Like, he could still be a henchman, in my opinion.
Was that Muscles McGee?
No,
Shades. It was Shades.
Oh, Shades.
Muscles McGee. Well, I don't remember which one he was.
I don't remember his name. All I remember is he was Muscles McGee to me.
I don't know which one he was.
Oh well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Do we have any news for this week, or
is there any news? I don't. No, I have yet to watch Tom and Jerry, but that's coming up soon.
At the end of March, we'll have a lot more to talk about because you got Kong and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
There is that new movie out with Tom Holland that don't look too bad. Chaos.
Is that on HBO or?
No, it's at the movies. Let me see.
Oh, stuff opening up in the movie theater. What is this? 2019?
No. Right. I got you, Joe. That's funny. Chaos Walking is the name of the movie.
Oh yeah, WandaVision finished.
Raya and the Last Dragon is out. Chaos Walking, Boogie, Nomadland. Huh?
You got to pay $20 for that new Disney movie, something in the Last Dragon.
No. It's at the movie theater.
Oh.
You could probably watch it on Disney Plus for that much, but
yeah, that's where I saw it.
All right. WandaVision wrapped up. So,
do we want to talk about it a little?
We can talk about it.
All right. I thought it completely sucked.
Why?
I just was not entertained. Like, I don't know.
What did you want them to do?
I don't know. It didn't go. I don't know how to explain it. I just didn't enjoy it.
What did you want them? What made you bored about it?
I don't know. I was just bored and not entertained.
It didn't like grab your attention anyway.
Yeah.
So you waited till the last episode to not like the show, or?
Oh, I think the entire time I've been saying that I'm not like they just need to do better.
It was more out of habit to watch it. I think you wanted to see, but you wanted to see what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
There was enough interest there that you wanted to see what happened next.
Yeah.
But
I still don't know what the Scarlet Witch is supposed to be, other than like this all-powerful
because
witch.
she's a witch, and she just found out she's the Scarlet Witch from Catherine Hahn, who is my new secret hottie crush for some reason.
Use a spell book.
What?
Witches normally use spell books, but she doesn't use a spell book. So would you still call her
No,
a witch? Or
she is a witch. They said that she was created, right?
Oh.
She was created by the Sultan.
So let's throw her in the river, and if she floats, she's a witch.
That's right. And then she weighs the same as a duck.
Yeah.
Who are you that knows so much in
What floats? Apples, bread, very small ropes, churches.
Wood.
Wood. A duck.
Precisely.
A witch. She turned me into a newt. I got better. See how that's how the attention grabber. It had nothing to do with WandaVision. We immediately went into Holy Grail. But I did find a new love for Catherine Hahn, who was the bad guy in the show, and it has to do with that Mrs. Fletcher show on HBO Max. She is now my favorite actress in the whole wide world, Catherine Hahn. There you go.
Because she dumps them out.
Man, I don't know. She's like sexy to me.
I'm gonna have to look her up.
I didn't need to hear that, girl.
She was
that girl where she does the wink. That meme with the wink.
Wasn't she in?
The evil witch. That's who he's got the hots for now.
Yeah, I've got the
Nice.
Hold on. I think. Let me go back. I'm going back.
Oh yeah,
she was the wife in We're the Millers.
Yes.
And wasn't she in?
She was great in Step Brothers. I
she's
loved
in
her
Step Brothers, right?
Yes.
She's what's his name? Yeah, she's Alice. She's his. Yes, that's her. I freaking love her. Yeah. You guys gotta watch. I'm telling you, watch Mrs. Fletcher, and you'll have a whole new outlook on her. She's in Bad Moms too. Yeah, Mrs. Fletcher. It came out in 2019. It's on HBO Max. There's only 7 episodes. They're like 30 minutes long. I watched the whole thing in one sitting. But yeah, I felt the same way about WandaVision. I could have it wasn't anything.
Watch the next season, yeah.
But it doesn't. It's not like Mandalorian great,
no.
or Stranger Things great. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh my god, I can't wait. I can't believe we got to wait a whole other year for. I mean, even Cobra Kai's that way.
Yeah, it's going to be like, okay, it's going to be like in a year from now, WandaVision's back out. Oh, okay, cool.
It gives me something to watch.
Us
that's
waiting
exactly
months.
Yeah, that's the feeling it's going to be. Oh, I got something else to watch. WandaVision's back on. Not, I can't wait. Like, I've been dying for Stranger Things to come back out.
You know,
I'm excited about another.
Though?
What?
Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier comes out in 2 weeks.
On
Disney Plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in like 2 weeks.
Oh, see, I didn't even know.
Oh, I mean, see.
So I guess that's our feeling of WandaVision. It's watchable. It is. It's like that. It's watchable. You know, it's just one of them.
I don't hate. Okay.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, but it's like it could have been better.
I didn't feel like I wasted my time. It entertained me. It kept me intrigued enough to want to watch the whole thing.
I would watch the first episode.
It's not the ones you're just not gonna go walk around and go, oh my god, you see WandaVision? It's so it's just
It's
not
not
one
The
of those
Walking
shows.
Dead or Game of Thrones at their peak.
Right. Exactly. So there we go about that. And then I want to throw a quick review out. I watched Honest Thief with Liam Neeson as Liam Neeson in a Liam Neeson film about Liam Neeson. Honest Thief. I checked it out just because I was just intrigued, And Liam Neeson don't really put out bad movies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Clint Eastwood.
Huh?
He's the new Clint Eastwood.
He's basically, yeah, but he doesn't make his own film. I don't know if he makes his own film or not, but I watched it and I was very entertained. I really liked it a lot. It is a Liam Neeson movie. It really is. He plays an old, like a retired bank robber, and he's still got all the money. So he wants to be honest because he's fallen in love. He wants to lead an honest life. So he contacts the FBI, tells them who he is. He's got the money. He wants to give it back, but he wants immunity. And these two FBI agents, come and talk to him. Basically, they're going to frame him and kill him and take the money is what they're going to do. So, he's like, I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you. It's the same thing. But it's got Liam Neeson, Kate Walsh plays his girlfriend, Jai Courtney. I've seen him in a lot of movies.
Jai Courtney, okay. Jai Courtney is one of those actors Hollywood tried to make a thing. Like, they tried their hardest to make him a big actor, and they just couldn't do it.
He is a good actor, but he's like that bit actor kind of guy,
Yeah.
But he's really good. Oh, he played Kyle Reese in Terminator in 2015. He was in Divergent. He played Boomerang in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys that you see, like you said, he shows up in a lot of movies, but you don't know who he is. That's who Jai Courtney is. It's got Robert Patrick in it also, which was the Terminator in Terminator 2. And he was Johnny Cash's dad in Walk the Line. He's been in a lot of movies himself, Robert Patrick. But it is it's a good film. I enjoyed it. If you just want a basic, don't have to think action film on a rainy Saturday afternoon, watch it. I highly recommend it. So that's all I got to say about that. But it's a good movie. It grossed 14 million. Worldwide made 31. It doesn't say how much it cost.
That's not that bad for today's world, I think.
Not worldwide, not 31, not in the middle of a pandemic because it was released in October. The Marksman is this new one. I have yet to see that one. I haven't found a good copy to watch that one yet. But when it's watchable, I'll be reviewing that one next. But you want a good Liam Neeson film? Because once Liam Neeson's gone, who do we have in the pipeline to be making movies like this?
Jai Courtney?
No. I mean, these guys are getting old, We don't have any new blood making movies like this.
What are we going to do when we lose Tom Cruise?
I don't know.
Keanu.
Tom Cruise is a vampire, and the freaking what's that religion he's part of? This Scientology is going to keep him alive.
Like John Travolta.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched Pulp Fiction this morning. That movie's so good. Thank you.
I watched From Paris with Love, and that movie was good with him.
Oh, that is really good. Yes. I agree with that. Yeah, Travolta went on a roll there. He made some really good films. And then, of course, he did that Die Hard with Kevin Hart on that app that didn't go off, And he was hysterical in that TV show. He's really got a good sense of humor. I love to see him in more comedies. Because he was in, what was it? Get Shorty. Have you seen Get Shorty?
Yeah.
He's great in that film as well. So, shout out to Mr. John Travolta, who lives in my old hometown of Ocala, Florida. So, and got anything else to talk about, fellas?
No, I think we're good.
All right.
Hey, Mikey.
Yes.
Shower shot. Shower shot.
Shower shot. That's not creepy sounding. What's your shower shot, Mike?
Shower shot is a lot better than a shower beer. Damn, that'll get you going.
There's not much better than a shower beer, though.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So next time you're getting ready in the morning, maybe taking a shower, think about this. Humans require years of training to not shit themselves.
Okay.
And then, like, I mean, just think about it. Like, in the end, then we just end up shitting ourselves because can't control it.
You're
no
right.
matter how hard we try when we get old.
It's like that window.
It's all for naught. It's all for naught. Just go ahead and just forget about it and just shit yourself. Because you'll end up doing it anyway.
Well, he's got a point there. All right. So, am I throwing this out now? Am I following that up?
Yeah, I guess you have to follow that one up.
Okay. So don't forget,
Tim.
Don't forget, Podsters, that you can find us on YouTube, where you can give us thumbs down if you want, like thumbs down guy. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and TuneIn Radio. We are all on those platforms for your streaming podcasting needs. We are there. And if you need to find out what movies you should be watching instead of these high-budget pieces of crap that comes out every year, we give you the good stuff like Hard Ticket to Hawaii. And you never have to wonder, who's your nerds?